we have learned about creating value for target customers via so we will cover four objectives: the overall marketing strategy and the smaller steps in market communication and positioning. So first, we have these two steps. The company will select the customers that we will serve. So we will start with market segmentation, which involves dividing a market into groups of buyers who have different needs, behaviors, and who might require separate marketing strategies or mix. And market targeting will consist of evaluating market segments, attractiveness, and selecting one or more market segments to enter. And in the final two steps, we have differentiation and positioning. We will decide on the value prop. We will have differentiation, which is differentiate the market offering to create superior customer value, and then we will initiate positioning, which is arranging for a market and desirable place compared to competition.
Market segmentation. Segmenting consumer markets. Geography, the way the market is divided into different geographical units, such as nations, regions, cities, or even neighborhoods. A great example of geographic segmentation is a clothing retailer that presents online customers with different products based on the weather or season in the region they reside in. Demographic factors are the most popular basis for segmenting customer groups. Demography divides the market into segments based on age, gender, occupation, or religion. Age in life cycle stage. Consumer needs and wants change with age. Many companies offer different products or use different marketing approaches for different age and life cycle groups. Gender. Gender has long been used in marketing, clothing, toys, cosmetics, and magazines. Men and women generally have different likes or dislikes, needs, and thought processes. For instance, few men apply makeup, and most women don't wear boxers. These are all key factors to consider when creating a campaign. Be careful not to assume gender stereotypes, such as considering pink a feminine color or blue a masculine color. Advertising with gender stereotypes like this could easily make your brand look sexist and cause you to miss out on or anger your target audience. Income. The marketers of products and services such as automobiles, clothing, cosmetics, or financial services and travel have long used income segmentation. For example, a business selling high-end luxury cars or expensive jewelry would need to target people with a high level of income. Psychographic segmentation divides buyers into different segments based on lifestyle or personality characteristics. There are many types of lifestyles like athletics, traveling, or minimalists. For instance, if you want to promote your new health product, you might target athletes or people who care enough about their health to exercise on a daily basis. Personalities are defined as emotional, introvert or extrovert, friendly, opinionated, or funny. The personality of customers and their purchasing habits are closely related. Behavioral segmentation divides buyers into segments based on their knowledge, occasions, benefits, user status, or loyalty status. Occasions. Buyers can be grouped according to occasions when they get the idea to buy, make their purchase, or use purchased item. Benefit segmentation. Divide the market into segments according to the different benefits that consumers seek from the product. For example, people who buy wearable health and activity trackers are looking for a variety of benefits, everything from counting steps taken and calories burned to heart rate monitoring and high-performance workout tracking and reporting. Loyalty status. The most common example of customer loyalty segmentation can be reflected in the travel industry, which regularly promotes frequent flyer programs, and the finance industry, which offers rewards for big spending platinum credit card members. Segmenting business markets. Consumer and business marketers use many of the same variables to segment their markets. Business buyers can be segmented geographically, demographically, or by benefit sort, user status, or usage rate, and loyalty status. Almost every company serves at least some business markets. For example, Starbucks has developed distinct marketing programs for each of its two business segments, the office coffee segment and the food service segment. In the office coffees and vending segment, Starbucks Office Coffee Solutions markets a variety of workplace coffee services to businesses of any size, helping them to make Starbucks coffee and related products available to their employees in their workplace. And the Starbucks Food Service division teams up with businesses and other organizations ranging from airlines, restaurants, colleges, and hospitals to help them serve the well-known Starbucks brand to their own customers. Segmenting international markets. Companies can segment international markets using one or a combination of several variables. They can segment by geographic location, grouping countries by regions such as Western Europe, the Pacific Rim, South Asia, or Africa. Geographic segmentation assumes that nations close to one another will have many common traits and behaviors. World markets can also be segmented based on economic factors. A country's economic structure shapes its population's product and service needs, and therefore the marketing opportunities it offers. Countries can also be segmented by political and legal factors, such as the type and stability of government, receptivity to foreign firms, monetary regulations, and amount of bureaucracy. Cultural factors can also be used, grouping markets according to common languages, religions, values, and attitudes or customs. However, as new communications technologies like social media connect consumers around the world, by using intermarket segmentation, marketers can form segments of consumers who have similar needs and buying behaviors, even though they are located in different countries. Requirements for effective segmentation. To be useful, market segments must be first, measurable. The size, purchasing power, and profiles of the segments can be measured. Accessible. The market segments can be effectively reached and served. Substantial. The market segments are large or profitable enough to serve. Differentiable. The segments are conceptually distinguishable and respond differently to different marketing mix elements and programs. For example, if men and women respond similarly to market efforts for soft drinks, they do not constitute separate segments. And finally, actionable. Effective programs can be designed for attracting and serving the segments.
Now we move to market targeting. Market segmentations reveals the firm's market segment opportunities. The firm now has to evaluate the various segments and decide how many and which segments it can serve best. We now look at how companies evaluate and select target segments. Evaluating market segments. In evaluating different market segments, a firm must look at three factors: segment size and growth, segment structural attractiveness, and company objectives and resources. First, a company wants to select segments that have the right size and growth characteristic. Such company may target segments that are smaller and less attractive in an absolute sense, but that are potentially more profitable for them. The company also needs to examine major structural factors that affect long-run segment attractiveness. For example, a segment is less attractive if it already contains many strong and aggressive competitors. Finally, a segment may be less attractive if it contains powerful suppliers that control price or reduce the quality or quantity of other goods and services. Selecting target market segments. After evaluating different segments, the company must decide which and how many segments it will target. A target market consists of a set of buyers who share common needs or characteristics that the company decides to serve. Market targeting can be carried out at several different levels. Using an undifferentiated marketing, a mass marketing strategy, a firm might decide to ignore market segments differences and target the whole market with one offer. Such a strategy focuses on what is common in the needs of consumers rather than on what is different. Differentiated marketing. Using a differentiated marketing or segmented marketing strategy, a firm decided to target several market segments and desires separate offers for each. When using a concentrated marketing or niche marketing strategy, instead of going after a small share of a large market, a firm goes after a large share of one or a few smaller segments. Through concentrated marketing, the firm achieves a strong market position because of its greater knowledge of a consumer needs. Micro-marketing. Micro-marketing is the practice of tailoring products and marketing programs to suit the tastes of specific individuals and local customer segments. Rather than seeing a customer in every individual, micro-marketers see the individual in every customer. Micro-marketing includes local marketing and individual marketing. Local marketing has some drawbacks. However, it can drive manufacturing and marketing costs by reducing the economies of scale. It can also create logistic problems. Still, as companies face increasingly fragmented markets and as new supporting digital technologies develop, the advantages of local marketing often outweigh the drawbacks. Individual marketing. Industry micro-marketing becomes individual marketing, tailoring products and marketing programs to needs and references of individual customers. Individual marketing has also been labeled one-to-one marketing, mass customizations, and markets of one marketing. Choosing a targeting strategy. Companies need to consider many factors when choosing a market targeting strategy. Which strategy is best depends on the company's resources. When the firm's resources are limited, concentrated marketing makes the most sense. The best strategies also depends on the degree of products. Smart targeting helps companies become more efficient and effective by focusing on the segment that can satisfy best and most profitably. Targeting also benefits consumers. Companies serve specific groups of consumers with offers carefully tailored to their needs. However, target marketing sometimes generates controversy and concern. The biggest issues usually involve the targeting of vulnerable or disadvantaged consumers with controversial or potentially harmful products.
Now we will talk about differentiations and positioning. Beyond deciding which segment of the market it will target, the company must decide on a value propositions. Product positions is a way that a product is defined by consumers on important attributes, the place it occupies in consumers' mind, relative to competing products. In planning their differentiations and positioning strategy, marketers often prepare perceptual positioning maps that show consumer perceptions of their brands versus those of competing products on different buying dimensions. Picture below shows a positioning map for the US large luxury SUV market. The positions of each circle on the map indicate the brand perceived positioning on two dimensions, price and orientations, luxury versus performance. Some firms find it easy to choose a differentiations and positioning strategy based on two factors: identifying possible value difference and competitive advantages. So competitive advantages is an advantage over competitor gained by offering greater customer value either by having lower price or providing more benefit that justify higher price. Choosing the right competitive advantages. Company is fortunate enough to discover several potential differentiations that provide competitive advantages. It now must choose the one on which it will build its positioning strategy and decide on how many different to promote and which one. A company should develop a unique selling proposition, also called USP, for each brand and stick to it. Each brand should pick an attribute and put itself as number one on that attribute. USP is the extent on what makes your product or service better than competitors. With difference to promote, the difference deliver a highly valued benefit to target buyer. Competitors do not offer the differences, or the company can offer it in a more distinctive way. The difference is superior to other ways that consumers might obtain the same benefit. The difference is communicable and visible to buyers. Competitors cannot easily copy the difference. Buyers can afford to buy for the difference. And finally, the company can introduce the difference profitably. The full positioning of a brand is called a brand value propositions. The full mix of benefits on which a brand is differentiated and positioned. It is the question for the customer Question: why should I buy your brand? So value propositions, the full positioning of a brand, the full mix of benefit on which is positions. Picture 7.4 shows possible value propositions on which a company might position its product. Green cell on top and dry represent winning value propositions. Red cell, the lower left, represent losing value proposition, and the center cell represent at best a marginal propositions. So we'll talk about 5 winning value proposition. First is more for more. Positioning involves providing the most upscale product or service and charging the higher price to cover the highest cost. For example, Hot on the Fire Diamond have created a more for more niche at the world's most perfectly cut diamond for those who expect more and give more in return. More for the same, a company can attack a competitor value proposition by positioning its brands as offering more for the same price. And the same for less, a very powerful value proposition, a good deal. For example, Amazon offered a line of Kindle Fire tablets which sell for less than 40% for price of the Apple iPad or Samsung Galaxy tablet. Amazon claimed that it offers premium product for non-premium price. Less for much less involve meeting consumer lower performance or quality requirements at a much lower price. Uber, for example, the global leader of the app, pays taxi booking service, pays top propositions in the Middle East for the local company who had differentiated its value propositions according to the local representatives. More for less is the final, a market position strategy in which a firm offers a higher product service quality and charge a lower price than its competitive one. Many companies claim to do this in the short run. Some companies can actually achieve such lofty positions. For example, when it first opened the business, Home Depot have the best product selections, the best service, and the lowest price compared to local hardware store and other home improvement chains. However, in the long run, company will know to find it very difficult to sustain such best of both positioning. Offering more usually costs more, making it different to deliver on for the less promise. So facing dimension competition from low store, Home Depot must now decide whether it wants to compete primarily on superior service or on lower price. So finally, it will go to the conclusion that each brand must adopt a positioning strategy designed to serve the need in one of its target market. More for more withdraw one target market, and less for much less withdraw another, and so on. Company and brand positioning should be summed in a positioning statement. Company and brand positioning should be summed up in the positioning statement. The segment must should follow the form to target segment and need. Our brand is concept that point of difference. Evernote is positioned as a digital content management application that helps busy people to capture and remember moments and ideas and find them fast later. communicating and delivering the chosen positions. Once it has chosen the positions, the company must take strong steps to deliver and communicate the deserved position to its target consumer. All the company marketing effort must support the positioning strategy. If the company decides to build a position on better quality and service, it must first deliver that positions. And the only way to build a consistent and believable more for more positions. Thank you for listening.
Next, we'll look at creating competitive advantage. So, what is competitive advantage? Well, competitive advantage is an advantage over competitors we gain by offering consumers a greater value than our competition. So, the first step of gaining competitive advantage is by doing competitive analysis, which contains identifying key competitors, analyzing their objectives, strategies, strengths, and weaknesses, and patterns, and then we will select which competitors to compete directly with or avoid altogether. So, second step of gaining competitive advantage is by developing competitive marketing strategies that strongly position the company against the strongest advantage. And now we will dive deeper into competitors analysis. So first we will need to identify key competitors. That's the first step. So we can identify competitors from an industry, like we're working in the same industry or just different industry. We can identify them with a market point of view. We define competitors as, in this point of view, we look at companies that they're trying to satisfy the same customer need or build relationships with the same customer group. We need to avoid myopia. We shouldn't look at companies with the same market offerings and deem them competitors. That would be just not enough. And then next we will need to look at our competitors' traits. We will now analyze their strategies first. The more that one firm's strategy resembles another firm's strategy, the more the two firms will compete. They will overlap on the demand, and firms with similar strategy is called a strategic group. And companies must understand how their competition deliver values, and we need to analyze very carefully their departments one by one, and their product quality, their features and mix. Then we will learn about their strengths and weaknesses. We can start by listening to words of mouth, rumors. We can conduct our own researches online or offline. The best way to do this is by benchmarking, which is comparing the company's products and promises, sub-processes to those of competitors or leading firms in the same industries or other industries to identify the best products and the best practices, best ways to improve quality and performance. Then after all of that, we will need to identify which competition we will compete directly with or which to avoid. We can start by comparison. We will use customer value analysis, which is an analysis used to determine what benefits target customers value and how they rate the relative value of various competitors' offerings. So doing this, we need to analyze our own major attributes that offer value to the market, and then we need to compare ourselves with our competitors. if our analysis turns out that we have a higher score than them, then we have a higher chance of competing against them. If we have lower score, then we need to try to improve the attributes, or maybe improve the weak attributes, or maybe improve another points of attributes to take the lead, different attributes to take the lead. And finally, many companies now, rather than competing head-to-head with many established competitors, they seek out unoccupied positions in the uncontested market spaces. So they try to create products and services which have no direct competitors, new value. This is called a blue ocean strategy, and the goal is to make competition irrelevant. So they would just focus on improving their offerings, their strategies, and this creates a huge growth in value for both the firm and its buyers, creating all new kinds of demand and supply the market has never seen before.
Now we move on to competitive strategies. Many companies have different approaches to marketing strategy, but it often have 3 stages. The first stage is entrepreneurial marketing. Is when the company just started out their business, they use word-of-mouth advertising, social media, email campaigns, and direct marketing. The second stage is formulated marketing. It's when the company develops more formal marketing strategy. And the last one is entrepreneurial marketing. Is when the company become more mature, they got stuck in the formulated marketing, and now they need to try new ideas and approaches and refresh their marketing strategies. For example, CrossFit, they started out just a group classes with one personal trainer, and they use word of mouth advertising, and actually they got 5 stars rating, word of mouth advertising, and they developed more into a larger company, and with different branches, with many branches in around the world. And they now have a marketing department, and they have more formal marketing strategy to promote their brand. Basic competitive strategy. Overall cost leadership is the customer prefer more affordability in the product. Differentiation is the company concentrates creating a highly differentiated product line and marketing program, so it comes across as a high-class company. Focus is the company focus on serving a few market segments, and to deliver superior values to the customers. The company can follow these 3 strategies. Operational excellence is a company provides superior value by leading its industry in price and convenience. Customer intimacy is the company delivers superior value by tailor the products and services to match the customer's needs. And product leadership is the company provides superior value by offering its own products obsolete regardless of prices. We have an example of IKEA, which is a Swedish furniture brand, and they provide cheap and convenient products for the customer. And then we have Tesla. It's a prestige automobile brand, and they focus on customer who who are looking for prestige and environmentally friendly vehicles, and they are the leader in the electric cars industry, and they differentiate themselves by selling electric cars, and they deliver what the customer wants. Competitive positions. Market leader is a firm with the largest market share, for example, Google and Amazon. Market challenger is the runner-up firm. They fight hard to increase the market share in an industry, like Adidas is the market challenger of Nike. Market follower, the runner-up firm that wants to hold its share in an industry without leaving its position in the marketplace. Market nicher, firm that serves in smaller segments that other firms in the industry often overlook or ignore. For example, the light phone is a low-tech phone in an era which we often look for an advancement and the newest technology. Strategies for different market positions. So for the market leader, they need to expand total demand, protecting market share and expanding market share. The market challenger, they have full frontal attack and indirect attack. Market follower, they can follow closely to the market leader, or they follow at a distance. For the market nicher, they need to specialize in profitable markets and customers' product quality service, and they can have the niche in multiple categories, multiple industries. Balancing customer and competitor orientations. Competitor-centered company. Company that bases its moves solely on the competitor's actions and reactions. This company spends most of its time tracking competitors' moves and find strategies to counter them. The positive of this company is aware of its own weaknesses and look out for the competitors. This is the developing a fighter approach. And the negative, if the company becomes too focused on the competitors' moves instead of trying to focus on finding innovative ways to create more value to the customers. Customer-centered company is company focuses more on customer development strategies. This company can create long-term strategies that make sense to its targeting customer. Identify what customer needs are the most important to serve and be able to deliver the superior value. And in today, companies must be market-centered company, which means to watch both their customers and competitors. Thank you.